Ask anyone in the competitive Fortnite community what the best drop spot is this season, and their answer will most likely be Redline Rig. This place has 25 chest spawns, a whole bunch of floor loot spawns, and most importantly, the Machinist boss, who, when eliminated, drops a medallion that regenerates your shield up to 75, and arguably the strongest assault rifle in the game, the Mythic Combat. The strategies that Mustache and Malabuka employ at this drop spot are very interesting, since because they have the medallion that gives them unlimited shield, if they take damage from nearby teams or NPCs at the POI, they never have to use their heals. When it's time to leave the drop spot, they rotate out to the north of the POI and combine the Nitro Boost hoops with Flowberry Fizz to go even further. This drop spot really does have pretty much everything a team needs to succeed. The only slight downside to this drop spot is that because of its size, the chest spawns can be quite spread out, making it difficult to loot quickly and capitalize on early damage by third-partying nearby fights. Nitrodrome is one of the most talked about POIs this season. Much like Redline Rig, the 25 chests at this drop spot are very spread out and make looting quickly difficult. However, unlike the rig, the quick farming metal at this drop spot is plentiful. Namely, these junk piles that give around 50 metal for just 3 hits of your pickaxe. This means that in this one underground area alone, Teeny can get 350 metal in under a minute of him touching the ground, which is so valuable. You may be wondering, why haven't you mentioned the medallion at this drop spot yet? Well, top teams like Teeny and Chap don't actually take the medallion at all. The boss takes a while to spawn in and also eliminate, and the unlimited ammo medallion that it drops is not worth the valuable time invested. Much like Redline Rig, there are cacti on the outside of the drome, so that when teams that do land here decide to rotate out, they can do so with full shield while maintaining all of the heals in their inventory. The central location on the map and the Nitro Boost hoops to the east, west, and south of this POI make it easy for teams to rotate, and Chap and Teeny use this position of the map to their advantage by getting first dibs at the forecast tower that spawns to the north. This shows that although this drop spot has been significantly nerfed with the removal of the Mythic Boombolt from competitive, when used well, top teams are still finding a lot of reasons to call it home. Clix and Venno drop at Sandy Steps, and even though a lot of people would consider this to be a downgrade from last season's Snooty Steps POI, here's why I think it's still one of the top drop spots this season. Firstly, the huge 46 chests at this drop spot and station to the north is massive and competes with some of the largest POIs in the game. Because of its smaller size and therefore higher chest density, it means that both Clix and Venno can loot super quickly and even take advantage of the weapon cases at the drop to get an instant loadout upon landing. Because of the isolated nature of this POI down to the southwest, to get Storm Surge, this team need to roam around the area to fight teams for Storm Surge damage, often then returning to the drop spot to heal up using the cacti that spawn nearby. A positive about the position of this drop spot, however, is that if the forecast tower to the north does spawn, they can get over to that hill incredibly easily and fight teams there for Storm Surge damage, and the forecast ability, which of course is incredibly valuable. Clix and Venno have been putting up some really impressive performances over in NA from this drop spot, and it just goes to show that having the best drop spot on the map does not guarantee success. Having good strategies at your chosen drop is much more important. Let us know in the comments what your drop spot of choice for this season is, and don't miss out on the FNCS semi-finals from the 19th of July.